Hi there, my name's Daisy Buck and I'm going to be showing you how to use wider reading and articles to inform your teaching. So how can you use wider reading and articles to inform your teaching? Articles from the day and responsible news outlets make excellent starter and plenary activities. They develop pupils' understanding and interest in not only the key subject matter you're looking at, but also in information surrounding the topic. You can set short answer questions on Google Classroom, which can be used to effectively assess the different ideas and conclusions pupils develop from wider reading you have set, and they can effectively be used as a whole class activity as well as an individual task. So using the day and responsible news outlets. I would definitely recommend using the day, as it's a fantastic way that you can link your history curriculum to current events. So for example, if you are studying slavery, you could then have a look at Black Lives Matter protests and information such as this. So here's an example that I've done for you. So what I did, I went onto the Day website and I typed into the search bar about slavery. This is something that came up for me. So the historic site's built with slave money. Now, the key thing here is it's showing that many of the world's most amazing structures were actually built by slaves. Now, if you scroll down on this, you'll be able to find these pieces of information here. So you have a variety of things that you can do. You have you decide activities, which are really thought-provoking for pupils. You have a variety of activities if you wanted to go that far. And you've also got this area here, which is called Become an Expert. Now, this is really fantastic because these are little areas that you can extend pupils and they can read and watch different information that will help them to come to a conclusion. Now, this is what I did next. So once you found an article you want to use on the day, what you can do is you can set a question in this search bar. So the question that I set is it important for historical sites to share their human cost? Explain your ideas and 2 reasons. Now, what you do is you come to here, you press add, and then you click link, and then you share the day link with it. And then when you've done that, you can add it to your class, ask it to your class, and then from there, that will give the pupils the opportunity to write down their answer on Google Classroom. Now, this is a really fantastic way to do an individual task, but you also have the option which allows pupils to reply to each other's comments, which then makes it more of a whole class activity. So whole class and independent work. For a whole class activity, I'd recommend giving opportunity to debate for different opinions. So do this as a whole class and together, split the class into 2 and give pupils the opportunity to debate between one another. The use of post-it notes and exit cards, reading as a class, blended learning strategy. Now, one thing that I really enjoy doing when you use things like this is that you can actually set pupils some work on Google Classroom, but then you can ask them to come back together as a class, so you're using a blended learning strategy within your classroom. For independent work, I'd recommend the use of Google Classroom for setting short answer questions and quizzes, and pupils to transform their opinions into extended work, such as their own newspaper articles following research. So, creating resources to encourage wider reading. This is something we do as a department at my school. What we do is, for each topic that we do, we set individual areas of extended reading, as you can see here. So in the whole unit, what we'll do is we'll set a variety of different extended reading tasks. This one is to create an eyewitness account of Thomas Becket's murder. So not only will pupils have another viewpoint on Thomas Becket's murder, but it will give them the opportunity to make some of their own conclusions. This is also another example that I like to use. So this is linking wider reading to lessons. So I will teach a lesson, and then what I tend to do is I will then give them a quote of something that's quite thought-provoking, and this will give pupils a chance to really think outside the box and give them an opportunity to do some wider reading around the topic. As you can see, I use the day to help me to find this. So overall, what I tend to do is I tend to make sure that pupils have got access to lots of different resources that they can use, and it gives them the opportunity to use Google Classroom, which makes your workload much significantly lighter, and also they can be used as independent and whole class activities. Thank you.